We are back, people. Views on sport. Good afternoon. Woy. Good afternoon. So, obviously, I wanted to try and get on this morning, but I just had whole heap of run-ins. I don't even know if I can swing this camera around. I'm setting up the old Christmas tree today. It's a bit early. Don't usually set it up till December, but want to kind of get it out the way. I'll let things build up a little piece. How's everyone doing? Oh, I had a decent sleep, watching over some YouTube, watching over some football YouTube. Interesting times. Now, obviously, in the title, I've got Arsenal versus Sporting. I'm pretty sure that's tonight. Could really be some spooky settings, let's be honest. It could really be some spooky settings, man. But we what? Look, not even 2 minutes in, so let me just let that run. Let me sit my blood clot up. Try and get up a little piece, you know. We're moving around. We just got it on the phone still. Yeah, man. We're going to obviously get the lappy sorted out next month. It's meant to be this month, but I think I'm just going to buy a new one because they keep longing me out. I don't know what type of part they're looking for. It was a kind of old one anyway, so I think it might just be time to kind of freshen up and get a new thing. But what's everyone telling me, man? Obviously, I've got Gyökeres on the thumbnail. Spooky settings, innit? Spooky settings, guys. Let me good afternoon. Yeah, it's all a bit mad. I wasn't even planning to go live today, but I thought I should because I had to cut mine off yesterday a little piece. Oh, there we go. Furthermore, look, let me you see we got the Christmas settings going on. We're starting to liven it up for Christmas, you get me? December in the building, but you know what? Let me just try and I got this dumb tripod, but it's going all over the place, bro. There we go. Try liven it up. Hope everyone's well. December settings, you get me? Near enough, man. We got Sporting tonight, away in Portugal. What is the people telling me, man? Spooky settings, innit? Spooky settings. Now, I was watching Curtis Shaw yesterday, and he was talking about it's the Gyökeres audition. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna try and chat shit on his name because he was also saying that we need to audition for Gyökeres. You know, like that. So, few people in the building now. What do you reckon? Who's auditioning for who? Like, this guy's been on fire, innit? This guy has been on absolute fire. Yeah, Victor Gyökeres, man. I've seen a few different conflicting articles, guys. I see one saying that there was a gentleman's agreement in place, that we go for Victor Gyökeres in January, and then I've seen another story. I think it was on Sky Sports where Victor Gyökeres was saying, like, I'm here until the summer, innit? We'll see in the summer. So I really don't know. Okay, Rinku, how you doing, bruv? I don't know what's going on. I swear you done that the last time you was in here as well. All of this spam text. But what do you guys reckon? There's a few of you in here now. If you can like and subscribe, I'd be appreciative. You get me? Cash on. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that means. Big up Rinku anyway, man. Big yourself up. What do you guys reckon? Who's auditioning for who? I'm kind of with Curtis, innit? I think if anyone's auditioning, it's Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? It's been a bit weird for Arsenal fans. Like, we finally got a little win. Right, here we go. Just bear with me for one moment. So imagine I'm doing the Lee Gunner for once. Deliveries coming through Amazon Prime, you know how it goes. Flipping hell. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, guys. You could be cussing me out. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know. I can't read that language, innit? Boy, maybe we can actually get back to business now. We got the deliveries coming in. Hey, it's Christmas, man. I feel like I'm in the Christmas spirit already. You know, like that. So we just jumped on in it. There's no real plan. Obviously, Arsenal Sporting tonight, like I keep trying to talk about. It's going to be difficult. I never saw the press conference yesterday. So if any of you guys saw the press conference, please let me know. Do you get me? Like, I don't know what type of team selection that Arteta's going to go with. I'm pretty sure the press conference was yesterday, innit? About 7 o'clock. And I just had too much things going on. The kids are back from school. So I never really got time to check out the press conference. So in terms of team news, things like that, I don't know, guys. Help me out, innit? Big up Alice Stevenson. Tough man things. I don't know why you'd say that. I don't know who's trying to be tough. Definitely not me. I was just saying it's Christmas, man. Got deliveries coming in. Like, I've never really had to answer the door on a live before. You get me? The dog was going off. We got the Christmas tree getting set up as we speak. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to finish up properly once I finish on here. Just having a bit of Christmas cheer. Do you get me? I thought I'd chat some football quickly, innit? Because my live, like, the live got cut off yesterday. My missus hasn't really been well. So she came back from work on an early thing yesterday. So I had to cut up the live and look after her. So I hope everyone's in good health, man, coming into Christmas, you know, like that. But let's talk, man. Let's talk some football. Like I keep trying to talk about Arsenal Sporting, man. Like I said, I don't know the lineups. I mean, I can only imagine Kai Havertz is going to be back. He was rested against Nottingham Forest, which I thought was a bit weird, to be honest with you. And some people was bringing up the fact that because Gabriel Jesus was playing and he's not as tall as Kai Havertz, there weren't so many crosses in the box. Like, it actually benefited our play. It actually benefited our play a lot more to not have Kai Havertz up there. Watching the game, I'm not sure. I think Kai Havertz probably would have done quite well with some of the opportunities that Jesus was finding himself in. Do you get me? I don't know. I don't know if that's like, you know what I mean? Does it suit Arsenal playing better without Kai there? Because I mean, obviously I can get the point in it. If there's no Kai and we've got Jesus, who's like what, 5'10", 5'9", and they're not flashing balls into the box, because against Inter there was how much, nearly 50 crosses in the whole game, and none of them landed. Big up Godfrey, big yourself up, my bro. Hope you're well today, man. Big up Cozy 205 Gaming, Lush, big yourself up. Man, we just jumped on today. It weren't really planned. It's a bit later than usual. Been setting up the Christmas tree, as I've been saying. The Amazon packages are coming through. You get me? The kids stuff, we're getting it early this year, so I'm not far arsing about. Because you know what guys are like, innit? That's what I'm usually like. Christmas Eve, you know, like that, shopping, running around, shopping. Big up Penguin. Oi, oi, big yourself up, my bro. Hope everyone's well this afternoon, man. I'm on a bit of a mad one. I can't lie. Christmas, I've got the Christmas songs playing in the background. We're going to set up the tree once we finish the live. But tell me, guys, man, Godfrey, Penguin, Cozy, whoever's in here, did anyone see the press conference yesterday? Does anyone know what I'm going for team selection against Sporting? Because I didn't see it, innit? Do you know what I mean? I didn't see it. So I don't know like I was saying, I reckon Havertz is obviously going to be back in. Some people are saying that might be a bad thing, because as I was saying, there was less crosses in the Nottingham Forest game, and people were saying because Jesus ain't as tall as Havertz, so we're less inclined to cross the ball in, which means we had to play a different way. Now I'm not totally convinced by that. I thought that was our best game of the season. I was saying before, the first half against PSG, the first half against Liverpool, but for me, That was our best performance of the season. We definitely needed a good performance. I'm not gonna like jump out the pram and act like, oh, we're back, blah blah blah, because we got West Ham away, and it wouldn't surprise me if we fucking, do you know what I mean, if we turned up and played shit. So all right, let me get a couple of these. Big up Penguin. This man's on it. Hey, no, I didn't catch it. Big yourself up, my bro. Big up Godfrey. No, I haven't seen the interview. Just know that Tierney is in the squad again. Oh, is it? Is it? Big up Cozy. Bang it on. Bang what on? The press conference. I could put it on the telly, I suppose, but you know what? Like when I jump on, because I still haven't got my fucking laptop, I'm doing it off my phone. Like I wanna start doing it off my lappy so I can do screen sharing and things like that. And the internet connection's pretty shit. But obviously where we're close to Christmas, I'm trying to get the fibre optic thing, and they're longing it out. They're saying mid-December, early January, so I just got to roll with the punches, man. Big up Penguin again. KT being back is good news. Yeah, no, because obviously he's the natural left back, innit? Do you know what I mean? We've actually missed that, but I'm just hoping that it ain't like a Luke Shaw thing, because we saw Luke Shaw, innit, against against Ipswich, bruv. Man came back and was looking like some fat Teletubby. I'm not trying to be horrible, innit? He was looking out of shape. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, Tierney's been out for so long. Man was calling him Tierney and that. Like, the internet's wild. The internet's wild. They were calling him Tierney and that. I was actually crying, I'm not gonna lie. But he is like our only natural left back. Do you know what I'm saying? So if he's back and can contribute, I'm all for it. Let's just pray. You get me? If anyone's got one of those, what do they call, you know, them little dolls, them voodoo dolls, you get me? Don't put any nails in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just please allow it. Do you know what I mean? Allow it, please. Let KT kick a ball at least before he goes down again. Because I got a feeling that he's been out for so long. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna come back in. He's gonna get crocked again, like Tommy Cafu, innit? That we don't really get to see. We don't get to see how good he is because there's never a run in the team, innit? Do you know what I mean? But if he's in the squad, do you know what I mean? Big him up. Do you know what I mean? He's just gonna be another crash test dummy. We'll just throw him into the team because that's what Arteta's doing. And hopefully he won't get injured. Do you know what I mean? That brings me on to Calafiori. I thought he had an alright game. Now, I've been cussing him. I'm not going to lie. Big up Pinky HD saying hi. Big yourself up, man. Thank you for joining. Big up Penguin again. I love KT. Watching him at Celtic. He's looking good. Do you know, that's what I'm saying. That was never his problem. When we first actually got Tierney, I was like, raw, like, do you get me? Like, I rated him. That's never his problem. What do they say? The best ability is availability, innit? So that talent has never been his problem. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I think he's our only natural left back. Like, if he can actually come back and contribute this season to the team, I'll be over the moon, because obviously it will be like signing a new player. How many times have we heard that under Wenger, Arsenal fans? It's like signing a new player, because we've just got, it's like the history of the Arsenal to just be in bed with injury prone players. Do you know what I mean? Always. Like, we have to be the sentimental club. Do you know what I mean? The Red Cross of football. I don't understand why, but listen, hopefully he's back. Hopefully he can actually get a run of games. You know what I mean? And I rate Tierney, man. Hopefully he does well. KT got the dog in him, Scottish Fire. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Just hopefully he can stay fit, because it's like we have to keep fucking wrapping these players in cotton wool. Do you know what I mean? And because of our injuries and the games, the amount of games that we're playing this year, it's like Arsenal, innit? As soon as one player comes back, another one goes. So hopefully we can just start getting everyone back. You know, the fact that, I mean, I was quick to say that we weren't Odegaard FC, but I'm kind of, you know what I mean? Maybe I should take that back, is what I'm trying to get at, because it's looking like we're Odegaard FC. You get me? Obviously, him and Saka, they were playing well together, man. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he's been unlucky with the injuries, but I think it's different this time. Look at Partey. He went swollen for a bit. Now he's been our best player. He has. And what do you guys think about that? He has been our best player this season. But I feel like it's because Arteta's running the players into the ground. I don't know how much of a choice he's got, but then that comes down to preparation. It comes down to the squad depth, and it comes down to, you know what I'm saying, being prepared. or preparing to fail. Basically, do you know what I'm saying? Because we've got the smallest squad in the Premier League. I've said that before. We gutted out our team and we didn't get enough replacements. So, of course, we're not expecting to have all of these injuries, suspensions, the lack of consistency with the referees. But shit happens. I just literally made a short before I went live saying about Man City, have some decorum. And I'll say the same about Arsenal fans. Now, some young Arsenal fans ain't seen us win nothing except for a FA Cup. So we can't really govern what they do, innit? We can't really govern how they act. But most Arsenal fans my age and above, we've seen our team win something, innit? So while we're going through shit, we can have a little bit of decorum. Some of us anyway. Because some of us want to keep going off on the referees. When I mention the referees, I'm not talking about it's their fault. I'm just talking about consistency. Now, we saw in the Liverpool-Southampton game, Konate was full-blown pushing players, bro. Pushing. It don't matter how soft, how hard, where it is on the field. That's a free kick, right? But they weren't being given. I'm not saying Liverpool didn't deserve to win that game. They made it hard for themselves. They never looked like well-beaters. But at the same time, you know, Southampton was shit. Everyone was saying how good they were. I was watching the game. I mean, they were good in portions, but on the whole, they were shit. Kept trying to play it out from the back. Like, do you know what I mean? So, you know, Liverpool were not playing like well-beaters at the moment, but they're doing enough. They're doing enough. And I don't think anyone should take them lightly and think that they're just going to, oh no, they're like Arsenal. They're just, if you allow them to run away with it, we'll be able to claw it back up. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, man. I'm not so sure. Do you get me? So they are looking good right now. They are the favourites. They don't want to come out and say it. Monts is getting close to saying it. You know what I mean? If Liverpool take points off Man City when they play them, then it could be curtains for the league. Like, let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? Big up Penguin again. It's taken party time, too long to adapt, but he's here now and he's showing how good he is. He just needs to start showing the reason why we paid his release clause. Do you know what? With Party, again, it's never been a thing about his actual ability with Party. It's just his fitness, bro. Do you know what I mean? And now, obviously, because it's another great piece of business by Arsenal, because at the end of this year, he can just walk away for a free. How many players has that happened? How many times has that happened to Arsenal? This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the bad business. I know sometimes certain players with bad attitudes, this, that and the other, toxic, like you got to do what you got to do. But it's happened so much with Arsenal. We've lost so much money through frees, players just being able to walk away. So I think maybe Party's playing for a contract at the moment, guys. Either way, I'm here for it because he has been our best player, but we paid 100 million for Rice. He's the younger player. He's the player that we should be building around. However, I wasn't upset to not see him playing against Forest. I thought it was a bit of a mad team, but Arteta proved that he was right to go with that team. It was literally our best performance of the season, in my opinion. I'm not going to start saying we're going to win the league now, not at all, but do you know what I mean? It's good to just see us playing some half-decent football again. Like, we actually looked like we controlled it. We did kind of come off a little bit here in spits and spurts, but we controlled the game. Odegaard was immense, in and out of the lines, pulling all the strings, making everything tick. The only thing I wish is that he'd shoot a little bit more, because I think Odegaard could have got a goal. He could have got a brace even, and that's why I rated Wanyeri when he came on, because he's not scared to go past the man. Like Odegaard, I rate. He's like a ghost. When people say ghost to God and they're trying to diss him, I'm like, nah, bruv. He slips through people like a ghost. The way he rolls his body, like, it really is very good on the eye. But the criticism is you need to shoot a bit more, my brother. Yeah, and you need to do that away from home a lot more. You know what I mean? We definitely have missed Odegaard, that creativity. But when Wanyeri came on, like, he looked so comfortable. It don't matter if he's 17. I'm not saying we should be relying on this guy, like, do you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, look what he does. Dips the shoulder, step overs, just glances past players, and he's not scared to shoot. He bagged the goal because he weren't scared to shoot. How many opportunities did Odegaard have in the box? And they probably try and pass it off. So that's what I'm rating about Wanyeri right now. I really am. And he looks so comfortable on the ball. And it's so hard not to get gassed, especially when we've just gone through this period of having no creativity. Now Odegaard's back. What happens to Nwaneri now? So what we saw against Forest, hope because Odegaard came off for Nwaneri, Saka came off for Sterling, which I thought was quite good. I'm not saying Sterling's a well beater or he got an assist, he done all right, but we have to be able to say, you know what, let's manage their minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's manage their minutes. Timber, immense, like one of our best players at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, look, I'm just happy that we saw some good football from Arsenal again. I don't know if this is going to be a run. We need it to be a run, guys. We need it to be a run. You know what I mean? It has to be. You know, Man City's had all of this bad form, 3 losses in the Premier League in a row, this, that and the other, and they're still above us. I know it's 1 point, but they're still there. Like, that's how bad the Premiership's been this year. The only consistent team has been Liverpool. I do feel like they'll face some adversity, but for me, they're kind of showing enough that if they do face that adversity, they've probably got enough to get through it. We'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, like, what phase is Slot in? Slot is doing his thing, innit? Big up Penguin again. Leicester and Chelsea was rigged. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I never managed to catch the whole of that game, but I saw a few decisions. I thought, ooh, do you get me? I saw a few decisions. I thought, ooh, like even in the Liverpool game against Southampton, there was a few decisions. I was like, ooh, do you know what I mean? And that's all I'm asking for. I'm not trying to blame referees. I just want them to be consistent. I think that's what everyone wants. Do you know what I mean? There was players kicking them, throwing the ball away, not as far as, but they were doing all of that and not getting booked. There was, like I said, Konate was full blown pushing people, not even getting booked. So, you know what I mean? I don't think that was a Southampton penalty. Do you know? I don't. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to say. They're just not consistent, even with VAR. It's like, what's going on? Big up Penguin again. It's the physicality that's gotten him and most players. La Liga isn't a rough league anymore. Players get bodied in the Yeah. I think even Ruben Amorim realised, do you get me? Because obviously his team started well against Ipswich, and then Ipswich was coming into it. He's saying, this is the best league in the world. It's the most intense league in the world. I'll give you that. It's the most physically demanding league in the world. Do you get me? So when Ruben, and that was a good point they said on Match of the Day too, I think it was Danny Murphy, I think it's the best thing I've ever heard him say. He was like, I don't think United's going to, in 6 to 7 months, I don't think you're going to be seeing them playing with 3 at the back. Do you know what I mean? Because that don't really work in the Premier League. It's not like it can't, but it just don't really work, does it? Do you know what I mean? And I think Amorim's going to have to get used to the physicality of what's going on. There's long periods in Premier League games where it's an actual bore fest, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 couple of things happen, and you're hanging off your seat. And that's the thing about the Premier League. You just can't call it. Did I think West Ham was going to fuck up Newcastle last night? Hell no. Do you know what I'm saying? I was slightly hoping for a draw so that Lopetegui stays, so that when we play them, we can fuck up West Ham. But then I looked at West Ham. I didn't think they played well as a team, but in terms of like individual battles, who's their striker, bruv? He's like fucking 34, the black brother. And he was running around going nuts, like 34. He looked like he was fucking 19, bruv. He was going off. Like, West Ham did all right. Isak was looking shit yesterday. Everyone keeps talking about, they want Isak over Gyökeres. Are you nuts? Like, even when, I swear they play for the same thing in it internationally, Sweden or whatnot. And it's Gyökeres scoring, not Isak, bruv. I think Gyökeres has got the physicality. Gyökeres is actually fast for a big man. Everyone's talking about the way Isak plays and he drops deep and links up the play. But I don't directly know if that's what we need, to be honest with you. Me personally, I think Gyökeres is the guy to come in and move the needle for Arsenal. I'm not saying Isak's shit or I wouldn't take him, but I don't really want to pay the money that they want for him when he's mad injury prone as it is. Do you know what I'm saying? And I've seen him in a couple of games, he looks good. I've seen him in a couple of games, he looks shit. Most of the time I see Gyökeres, in every game, at least this season, he's doing something. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously chances fell to Isak yesterday. That chest, and when he done well, didn't hit the target, but I thought the net was gonna bulge. It's not like I wouldn't take Isak, but I wouldn't take him over Gyökeres, in my opinion. Let me know if I've got that wrong. Big up Penguin. What you got in the J? Anyway, I picked up some Skywalker, and this is Skywalker, bro. Imagine that. Imagine that. This is Skywalker. I had some Skittles, not yesterday, the day before, and that ran out, and I was trying to get some more of that back because the Donny that shot in the ting to me had some Brit Scotty and a couple of other things, but these are blatantly homegrown, innit? Because like when I'm smoking it, it's like it's oily. I don't like it. So I went to my other guy. He said, I've got some Walker, and I was like, oh, if it's homegrown, I don't really want it. But he's like, he gave me a little J and said, taste it, like, and it was good. So I was like, yeah, give me a cue of that. Boom, I got that yesterday. So I've actually got some Walker myself as well, my bro. Yeah, man, Delap was pressing people. Yeah, Delap was on shit. Even him, full-blown push. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's how the Premiership kind of is, but all I'm asking for is consistency. Do you know what I mean? If we're going to get players sent off, send off other players. Like, I'm not going to blame the referees. The referees are shit in this... I think the referees are shit all over the world, to be honest with you. I feel like they can be corruptible. I'm not saying they are. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's just natural for humans to have that bias. But it's players' jobs to not give them a decision to make. Do you know what I mean? But when you're seeing full-blown pushes, Konate the same, Delap the same, like pushes, by the letter of the law, that's a foul, right? You get me? But Delap was on shit, man. If only he could shoot. Do you know what I'm saying? If only he could shoot, because Delap was on shit, bruv. I don't know what... Was it Murphy? He was trying to say, like, Delap's the new Kane. I'm like, bro, match of the day too. He was bugging. He was bugging. I don't know about all of that, but Delap was on shit, that's for sure. Big up Godfrey. Hutchinson is another player Amari, yeah. For our fingers, good player. Did take a deflection though, so I would have been interested to see where that would have gone. But yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, worldy. Do you know what I'm saying? But it did take a deflection, but I'm not going to take too much off of him. It was a great goal. He played well in that game. Do you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that we, slipped through our fingers. Yeah, we had him. I'm hearing about Wanyeri as well, getting an improved contract now. I think he had one recently, but they're talking about upping it again, maybe to 60k. And I ain't got a fucking problem with that, to be honest with you. The way that we waste money and wages on players that ain't earned it, for me, a 17-year-old, that every time he comes on the pitch, he looks class, he contributes, like he scores more time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, give him the money. Like, we let what's his name, Chido Obi Martin, whatever his fucking name is, we let him go. And I was a bit pissed about that because physically he had the stature, he was quite tall. Forget all the goals he was banging, because we've seen that before. It don't always translate into the senior game, yeah. But just his physicality, I was like, yeah, I like the look of this youth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do a thing. Then we get rid of him to United. It's like, what the fuck? But United are paying 60 bags for this Chido guy. And what, he ain't even played. Do you know what I'm saying? Can't say the same for Ethan. Ethan scored cup goals, Premier League goals. He's featured in the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? So, for me, Ethan earns that money. Big up Penguin. I've been using Gorilla Glue for about a month. Ooh, I love Gorilla Glue, innit? I'm like kind of old school. Even Dog. I know a lot of people don't like Star Dog, but if you get a proper TT Star Dog, it's just the right, it's got the nice taste and the right level of THC for me, innit? So, but I do like a Gorilla Glue. And I like, I do like Biscotti as well. Not this Brit Scotty. Biscotti. Big up Pac-Man. Big yourself up, my bro. Big up Viewz, all the man them in the chat. Big yourself up. Hope you're well today, my guy. It's pretty late for me to even be on, innit? I'm normally on in the morning, but I had a good old sleep. And then I woke up, I had some shit to do. I had to go in the loft, dig out the Christmas tree, dig out the decorations. You get me? The missus is onto, man. I want it up early this year. Do you get me? Normally it's the 1st of December, like. But you know what girls are like, innit? They love rushing the thing. And because she's off work now, because she's a bit ill, she's trying to get me to do all the slave shit, innit? Get me, go in the outhouse, go in the attic, get the decorations, do this, do that. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, people. Looking forward to the Maldini lad coming into the first team. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. But obviously, we've gotten excited about other players, young players before, talented players. But I think with Wanyeri, it's different. I really think with Wanyeri, it's different, man. Like, he really doesn't look phased at all. He's been around the first team. Maybe Arteta didn't trust him, but I feel like someone from Arsenal, obviously they don't watch my shit, I'm little old me, but they definitely come online, innit? They definitely stick their finger in the water to try and test the temperature, innit? 100%, because bare changes were made, and when I saw all of those changes made against Forest, I'm like, oh shit. I was predicting 2-1, and when players do that, or when people do that, it's because they're not usually confident. Let's be honest, 2-1. If you're confident, you're going to say we're going to brush them 3-0, 4-1. When you say 2-1, it's not because you're not really confident, and I weren't. I thought we could lose it. I thought we could draw it, because based off of what we've seen beforehand, what else have we got to go on? So now, when we play West Ham away, we can say, well, based on our last game, maybe we can expect a bit more, right? You know what I mean? But we've kind of got excited about Viewz before. Walcott, Wilshere, what's his, Charlie, whatever his name is, Balogun, do you know what I'm saying? And none of them have come through and done a thing. Fabregas only, really, innit? But I think with Wanyeri, it's different, man. I really do. Big up Godfrey. He's saying big up Rosie and Pat, man. Oh shit, what, Rosie's in here? Big yourself up, Rosie, if you're in here, man. Hope you're well. I just saw a couple of your things the other day. Pretty girl, man. Big up Rosie. Big up all the Scottish gang. I'm looking for... Oh, yeah, I've read that one. Big yourself up. Facts, bro. Ethan definitely showing good potential. I'm worried, though, after what happened to Smith Rowe. Yeah. But weren't Smith Rowe looking a bit chunky as well? Like, I don't know about Smith Rowe, man. Like, when I was looking at him, like, he could have been in the in-betweeners. Do you know what I'm saying? Going Magaluf and that, smoking cigarettes. And I don't know, man. With Smith Rowe, I was excited about Smith Rowe as well. And it's just like Arteta, innit? Does he birth youth? Do you know what I mean? Does he don't really, he's not known for that. But with Wanyeri, that's kind of like his guy, innit? The guy that he's brought through. So I really am hoping that he gets a chance. Some people was even saying yesterday, play him on the left, because Trossard's been dog shit for weeks now. Martinelli can't really make the spotty zone. I mean, I don't think Ethan would do too well there. I'm not sure. I feel like he's better to play central. Do you know what I'm saying? He's better suited for the central game. But when I think about it, I'm not adverse to it. Like, if that's how he's going to get a bit of minutes, if that's how he's going to get a start. But I think definitely in the Champions League, like tonight away against Lisbon, I don't think Wanyeri is going to start. But I would start him. Not in place of Odegaard. If you like, I call Arteta the Tinker Man anyway. So do some tinkering. Like, find a way. Even if you had a double pivot of 2 8s and a 1 defending midfielder, find a way. Do you know what I mean? Because I personally don't think we're going to win the Champions League this year. Unless we literally, I mean, like I said, we've turned our form around a little bit. We've had one good performance, 1 win since like October. Do you know what I'm saying? 1 win since we beat Southampton. Oh yeah, big up Rosie, you're in the building, man. All good, bud. I hope you're well. Yeah, man, hope you're well. Hope everything's good for you. But yeah, 1 win since Southampton. So I'm not going to jump out the pram and say, yeah, we're back. Hopefully we are, but I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I'm not confident, right? I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. So I know it seems a bit disrespectful, especially from a team that hasn't won it, but are you guys tired of... Like, we're Participation FC at this point. I don't know. I mean, we could win the Champions League if we get a favourable draw, but do I think we will? No, I don't. So as I was saying before, our best chance for a trophy this year is the Carabao, the FA. Do you know what I'm saying? And try and get as high up in the league as possible. 2nd, 3rd. Don't really want to say 4th, but I'd die if we finished outside of it. Do you know what I mean? Secure that Champions League for next year and actually try and win a trophy that we can actually win. We've got a favourable draw in the Carabao Cup. So, you know what I mean? Looking at how the league's played out, obviously you can't call it. Like, no one can. But In my mind, that's what I would do. Let me know your thoughts. Penguin, them Italian defenders have a different mentality. Trust me, if Saliba was Italian, he would be the best in the world. I'm not sure, because in terms of Italian defenders, they don't usually come to the Premiership and do very well, do they? I mean, over the years, there might be one or two. You guys are going to have to help me out. Like, who does, in terms of Italian defenders, I'm not saying Italian players, Italian defenders, do they come over and do well in the Premier League? Not too many come to my mind. Obviously, Italian players, strikers, midfielders, like Di Canio, Zolas, like Di Matteo, like there's players, but Ravanelli, like, I'm kind of going back a little bit. But in terms of defenders, big up Penguin again. Do you think with our current squad situation, needing a striker, that Arteta is looking for top 4 FA Cup? I mean, I don't think that would have been. I don't think anyone would have sat down and said, "Look, like, you know, we're not going to win the league this year, so let's plan to do this." But I think the only reason I'm saying it is because of what's actually transpired up to now. I'm not saying we can't turn it around. I just don't think it's very likely. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. As bad as Man City are playing at the moment, I believe, you know what I mean, they can just click. Once they do, then the league's in trouble. Do you know what I mean? Liverpool are hoping they get a far enough lead. Even with the gap they got now, they ain't got enough chest to say, do you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. They're waiting until they play City to hope that they can beat them, take some points off them, and then they'll probably say, yeah, we're going to win the league. So I don't think anyone planned for us to be in a top 4 battle and going for domestic cups. However, I think with the situation that we're in now, that's our best way of actually getting something on the board. Do you know what I mean? And let's be honest, guys. Even for someone like me, who I wouldn't have minded of seeing Arteta go and us get Amorim instead of fucking United. How about that? I think Amorim would do a lot better with our base than what he's looking at with United. Do you know what I mean? So, but let's be honest, Arteta's not. He's he's not gonna get sacked. They've just given him a new contract. So we got to face that fact, innit? As much as I don't like some of his decisions, as much as I don't like his stubbornness, some of his poor in-game management, do you know what I mean? It is a results-based business. Even me, probably on the more negative side of things, after we got that Nottingham Forest, it's like it was Christmas. Do you know what I'm saying? Finally, we've won. I can relax. I can enjoy the weekend. I can look at other football and not be pissed off. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I was happy City got slapped, but I weren't happy it was by Spurs, innit? Do you know what I mean? So that was kind of 50-50, bittersweet. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Spurs will probably go and lose. I think they got Fulham next. They'll probably go and lose that. You know what I mean? Just like Arsenal, where we got West Ham away. We might turn up and be shit in that. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. What I'm saying is I don't think we directly planned out for that. But I think with the situation that we're in now, you get me? We should have siege mentality. Everyone just not even looking at what's going on. Lock in and just try and get as high up as we can in the league, because that's always your bread and butter. And win either both of these domestic cups or at least the Carabao. Because I believe City are out of it. I think, is it Man U and Tottenham play each other? Or I know a couple of other big teams play each other. And then we've got a favourable draw. So that's our best opportunity for a cup. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion. So for Arteta to win nothing this year is out of the question for me. But he won't get sacked, and I doubt he'd leave. So us as Arsenal fans, we have to just wipe the shit out your eye, just look at it with clarity and say, what can we really do this year? We're going to get bantered anyway. Even when we was challenging, we was getting bantered. So forget all the rest of the people, all the YouTube narrative. Just think about what we can actually do this year. Nothing is fully off the table, but what's likely? I tell you what's likely. A half-decent finish in the Premier League. Top 4, I mean, I'm saying top 2, top 3, but whatever, top 4, and winning a cup. A lot of people will be upset with that. A lot of people will. But when they get over that anger, just like Liverpool last season, and they actually take stock of what's gone on, if Arsenal can say that we got to show armpits this season, Ain't that what everyone's been asking us to do? So how can I get mad at that? It's not what I wanted. I wanted us to challenge for the league, but I saw in the summer, I'm sorry, we weren't ambitious enough. Apparently we made profit. Our actual spend was like 20 million. The world can see that we need a striker, but again, we went and got a defender and a midfielder. Do you know what I'm saying? So from that I saw that we're not really going to win the league. Then the season started and we weren't really playing good, but we was picking up results. We had probably the hardest start to the Premier League in a long time, but we actually got through it unscathed, unbeaten, all of that. And I'm like, wow. So for as shit as we're playing, for as poor as we're looking, like we're up there. We haven't lost. We're that's the sign of champions, right? So I was kind of content. I was saying that if we don't back up our ideas, we're either going to get found out or we're going to turn the corner and start switching it on, and then we're actually going to be scary. But of course that never happened. And it was the not the latter, it was the foremost, didn't it? Like we got found out a little bit. We wasn't in a good position to deal with these injuries. But then that comes down to planning again, don't it? I think we've got the smallest squad in the Premier League with 22 players. Big up Penguin, he is an absolute unit. But he's Albanian and it's called Maldini. Okay. Yeah, but we get excited about these players and then, we'll have to wait and see. ESR in the in-betweeners. Yeah, no, he could be, man. Like, I swear he rocked up, he was looking chubby, he had like the little bow haircut. Like, I could see him in the in-betweeners, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. But obviously he's cooking at Fulham. Most of our ex-players are cooking. So, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, I don't even think it was a bad decision. I just think we should have been more prepared. If we're going to get rid of all these players, then we need players to replace them, right? I don't think there's ever been a top-class Italian player in the Prem, Viewz. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Last one I can think of is Zola, Balotelli, questionable. Yeah, and obviously they weren't defenders. Do you know what I'm saying? So they've had midfielders, they've had strikers, but out-and-out defenders in the Premier League, I can't think of any. Do you know what I mean? Like, if Calafiori comes and actually makes a success of his career at Arsenal, he might literally be the first Italian defender to do so. So when we actually bought Calafiori in the summer, there were some people saying, oh yeah, great, blah, blah, blah. Look at his aura. And I'm like, what are you going on about? And then someone said to me, Rah, there's not actually been a successful Italian defender. And I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Reason to think, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But I was like, look, he's a big boy, like, pause, like he's tall. Do you know what I mean? That's what Arteta seems to like. Dual winners. Having fridges in the midfield and defender, like all 6-footers basketball. So, do you know what I mean? I was like, he's tall, he's young. Let's see what he can do. I hadn't watched him. I'm going to be honest. Do you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? And then when he started playing for us at the start of the season, I was impressed with how he went forward. I was impressed with his energy. But I thought defensively he was shit. He was a bit rash. He can build into it. Not as bad as Moreno, because I thought Moreno's been cheeks. That Nottingham Forest game was probably his best game, and he done most of his best work off the ball. So what does that tell you? I don't know. The jury's still out on Moreno for me, but from what I've seen so far, he's been cheeks. I never watched him. He came on a couple of times for Spain, but he weren't first choice for his club. He weren't first choice for Spain. I'm not saying he's going to be a flop, but so far I'm not too confident in it. And these signings obviously fall like a lead balloon when everyone wanted us to get a striker anyway and a left winger, and Edu's telling us be excited. And in reality, he knows, I'm about to cut out, like. So, big up Rosie, slim pickings with Italian defenders. That's what I'm saying. If anyone knows, help me out. Pac-Man's agreeing with Penguin. Yep. I can't even think of anyone on the Italian national team that is world class. As a defender. Yeah, I mean, as of now, and I've got Italian blood in me, imagine, but I've never been there. I don't talk Italian. Like, I'm not very invested, like, to be honest with you. So I don't really know what their team's looking like. I know back in the day, obviously, they had world-class defenders, but they never played in the Prem. So if anyone can do their little Google, their little research, whatever it is, let me know, because I don't think has there ever been a successful Italian defender in the Prem? I don't know, guys. You know, so... But yeah, did any of you guys catch the press conference? Like I said, I'm not sure about the team news for tonight. I know we've kind of been waffling on and going a little bit off topic. We've got Sporting Lisbon tonight. I'm a little bit scared, guys. But to be honest, like I said, I would play Wanyeri. Do you know what I mean? I would give players a rest, because I really don't think we're going to win the Champions League. I know Liverpool's got Madrid, and a lot of people are like, Liverpool ain't going to do too well against Madrid. Then they're going to play City, and City can come back and take points off them. I actually think Liverpool are going to do well against Madrid, personally, because Madrid haven't been playing very well this season. They look a bit out of joint. Mbappe hasn't been pulling up trees, you know. And why is Mbappe someone that's out of our realm? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're paupers walking into Selfridges and Hamleys. Like, do you know what I mean? Why is that? Like, we've got enough, but like, that annoys me as well. But anyway, you know, I don't think Liverpool's going to do bad against Madrid. I actually think they're going to do well. And I think if they draw against Man City, that's a good result as well, because I think they're actually going to beat Man City. So for me, if I was Arteta tonight, I'd change up the team. It doesn't bode well for us, and I know it might be a loss and everyone's going to be on us, this, that and the other. I don't know. Or do you think that he should stay with the same team against Forest and see if you can kind of build on that? I don't think he's going to. I don't think Jorginho will play. I don't think he's going to start Jesus up front. Big up Godfrey. Ogbonna probably won Conference League with West Ham. Are they in the Conference League, West Ham? I mean, Chelsea, look, I mean, you've got to win that, innit? Yorkshire Gunner made a video saying we should be in the Conference League. At least we'd have a chance of winning that. And I found it hard to argue. Do you know what I mean? So, while I'm thinking maybe he should rest certain players in the Champions League, I don't think he's going to be honest with you. I really don't. I really feel like he thinks he can still win it. But his record, Arteta I'm talking about, in Europe, ain't very good. Let's be honest. We've never won the Champions League. We're doing up participation. We've been in it 2 years in a row now. Have we bought the players that signifies we're in the Champions League? I don't think we did. Big up Penguin again. I'm getting my cheeks ready for Gyökeres to clap. Yeah, bro. Oh, my God. And big up Curtis Shaw. He was like, Gyökeres audition. But he also said Arsenal audition. Because I think we need to audition for him, to be honest with you. There's been reports he's come out asking to go to Barcelona. Obviously, Amarim's at United, so that's a big pull. He could go to United. If Man City pull out the money, you know, I'm pretty sure he'd probably pick Man City over Arsenal. If Barcelona managed to get the money, he'd probably go there, and then we're all fucked. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, whew, spooky settings. I reckon Gyökeres is definitely bagging, but it will be good. I reckon he'll probably start Saliba and Gabriel. It'd be good to see if they can keep him quiet. Do you know what I mean? But I actually think it's the Arsenal audition, because at the moment, like, what reason has he got to want to come to Arsenal unless we give him mad wages? And because of Kai Havertz, I'm not sure that we can. Gabriel Jesus, $250,000 a week. Like, why? How? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. If we don't turn up, we're screwed. Yeah, I think we are. I think we are. I think we you know, a draw is a good result. I mean, if we turn up and win, great. But, you know, let's hope that we don't get any injuries. Big up Pac-Man. Arteta going to be tinkering again for sure against Sporting. And you know what? And I don't even mind. Because let's be honest, being realistic, I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. So I don't mind if he does. You know what I mean? And then we go hard in the cups and we go hard in the leagues. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's realistically Obviously, we're not going to win the league, I don't think. But to get us as high up as possible, that has to be the goal. And we need to try and win a cup. For me, that will be an acceptable season. Not great, but acceptable. Big up Rosie, make sure you're subbing, pressing that like button. Yeah, big up Rosie, man, each and every time. Make sure you sub into her channel as well. And everybody else in the building. Big up Pac-Man. It's mad to say Nicholas Bentner is better than Jesus. Imagine that, my brother. Imagine that. But look at the output. Exactly. Bentner used to be a threat. Look at Giroud, the lamppost. Giroud used to have more threat than Jesus right now. Ali Adier, fucking, we can go on. Francis Jeffers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we've had shit strikers in the past, Shamak. But I think Shamak would have more threat in front of goal than Jesus right now. How can we even offload these players? Igal was talking about making them start learning Arabic. Why are they even going to want to pay out for someone who can't score in 30 games? Like, bruv. How are we going to get rid of these players? So then we're just going to lose money letting them go for free. Like NVQ, B-Tech Business from Arsenal again. Like, but yeah, Bentner would be more of a threat up front than Gabby at the moment. Big up Godfrey again. If we don't get Gyökeres and Jan, it's over for us in the summer. Yeah, absolutely. And isn't that total Arsenal? Because I'm hearing it might be like 80 odd million in Jan, but it will be 60 million in the summer. So Arsenal's going to try and wait till the summer, but that's when everyone's going to pounce. You think he's going to come to us then? Like, we need to get him in January. If we don't, it's done. I'll be very surprised to see him come to us in the summer. You know what I mean? And while every team, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, even Chelsea, every team need to do business in January, we'll wait and see. I reckon other teams are going to, and then Arsenal's going to be sitting there holding our willy, like, do you know what I mean? Like, looking like an idiot. Like, big up Rosie. We had Lorenzo Amoruso in the early 2000s. Was he a defender? I think I remember that name, Amoruso. But was he a real big success? I suppose if you never done bad, it can be classed as a success because we don't really have that. Do you know what I mean? And we haven't had a big plethora of Italian defenders that are actually a big success in the Premier League. So, yeah, but big yourself up, man. We need our DM to be doubling pressure on Gyökeres. Big up Penguin. Yeah, we do. We're going to see, innit? We're going to see who's even playing. I don't know if any of you's got caught the press conference, but I don't even know who was playing. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know what was said. I don't know if we've picked up more injuries. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who flipping knows? Big up Rosie again. He was one of my favourites, but that's 20 years ago. There you go. I think I remember Amoruso, though. But when I think of Italian players in the Premier League, it's never really defenders. Have we had Italian goalkeepers? I'm trying to think. We must have had a couple. But back in my day, like the Premiership heyday, it was, Ravanelli, Di Canio, Zola, Di Matteo. There was a few I'm probably missing out now. Was it Bonucci? No. There was a few. Carbone, I swear he played in the Premier League. But they were never defenders though. We had Victor Manone. Oh yeah, was he Italian? Yeah. Did he actually get picked for Italy? I'm not sure if he did. But we've had some shit players, innit? Shit goalkeepers, shit defenders, shit strikers. But I don't know how bad any of them are compared to Gabriel Jesus right now, because he is absolute cheeks, bro. The Lord is up there with the greats such as Heskey, Hasselbank, Jamie Redknapp. Man said the Lord, you know, you're talking about Lord Bentner. I swear he got a Lord title, innit? He was like some Danish royalty or something like that. Big up Penguin again. Vito, yeah, he was behind Buffon until Donna. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he did get an A call up. But he looked like fucking Frankenstein, innit? He didn't even look Italian. He looked like fucking Romanian or something, bro. Transylvanian, do you know? Victor Manone, bro. We've had some absolute garbage, do you know what I mean? And this is meant to be like we're meant to be back, innit? Do you know what I mean? We've got a manager to challenge. We've spent all this money. Rare. It don't really feel like that, man. Big up the Vital Trend. Arsenal are whack, fam. Yeah, I can't even argue with you too much at the moment, man. Man saved the pen with his face. Yeah, I think I slightly remember that. It's fucking, look at that. That was a bit of a highlight reel yesterday, watching Fabianski play. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's like 40 years old. Like, what the fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? But if you're a goalkeeper, it's a bit different, innit? He didn't even look too bad yesterday. Big up the viral trend, sorry. Every Arsenal fan always talks about the Invincibles. What else have we got to talk about, my bro? Do you know what I mean? Like, we've actually done a three-peat before in history, like 100 years ago, but because it was so long ago, it don't count, innit? Like, that's a bit of a dumb logic, but that's all we've got to look. You know, with a couple of shit cups in Europe. Do you know what I mean? Fairs Cup, Cup Winners' Cup. They're not the Champions League. You know. So that's all we've got to talk about. If you're talking about new Arsenal fans that are like 20 nowadays, 21, 23, they've got nothing to talk about. Do you get me? FA Cup. So, and that's what I'm trying to say. So when we're hearing things about, I know I'm kind of flitting in between topics, but when we're hearing things about the stadium increase, that gives a shiver down my spine. That's like fucking deja vu. Like, do you know what I mean? Because us moving stadiums was supposed to catapult us into the elite of Europe. Did it? Do you know what I mean? Are we buying world-class players? Because we went from 30-odd K at Highbury to 60K at the Emirates. So we've doubled our capacity. Have we had world-class players? Because the last world-class player we had was Aubameyang. Do you know what I'm saying? And we got rid of him. So I'm not sure adding capacity is really going to help us out. Is it? Do you know what I mean? I doubt it. Every Arsenal fan, yeah, I read that one. Because they are stuck in the past, Penguin. Yeah, they're stuck in the past, man. They're stuck in the past. Even me. Because we haven't got no valid arguments. When we've got people like Nottingham Forest and Chelsea talking like they're a bigger club than us, when they ain't. But they've got 2 Champions Leagues apiece. That's my only argument, because we haven't got a Champions League, but we're still bigger than they are. You know, Chelsea, if they keep winning in recent years, then they could be bigger than us. But until you've won more trophies than us, then some people have said no, because they've won the Champions League, they're bigger than us. I don't personally believe that. Do you get me? But it is a massive question mark. It is something they can say to us. All I've got in response is, imagine having two Champions Leagues and not being bigger than us. That's embarrassing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Porto's won the Champions League. Are they bigger than us? No, they're not. Big up Penguin. Don't get me wrong, our history is incredible, but over the past 20 years, we've been shocking. Absolutely shocking. And we saw the signs from Wenger. I don't know why we left Highbury, because we was competing. We was in the Champions League, we was winning leagues, we was competing. We're not buying world-class players now. We're still acting like we've got one hand tied behind our back. So what's the difference? We've doubled our capacity and we still don't buy world-class players. We still can't think about buying the likes of Vinny or Mbappe. We're never in that conversation. So why did we move to begin with? 500 million to add capacity to the Emirates. For what? Because we're not going to invest in the team. I wouldn't care if they were doing that. If we had invested in the team and we've got winners on the pitch, we're actually winning stuff, then you can talk about other stuff. Do you know what I mean? But the club trying to make more money when we're not winning on the pitch is just bad timing. It just shows you everything you need to know about Arsenal. Doesn't this seem familiar, guys? Have we not been here before? PR merchants, PR spin. It's not going to affect the team. I bet as soon as it happens, we're spending all this money so we can't spend on the team. Like, it's a joke, guys. Honestly. Stuck in the past. Exactly, bro. At least you're honest. No, I'm honest, bro. I'm honest. Obviously, I'm not as eager to jump out the pram with some of this reactionary stuff. Even with some of the new Arsenal fans, I don't buy all of this PR because I've seen it all before. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no reason for us to move because we haven't competed. The club told us we're going to compete with Madrid and Bayern. How? How? Do you get me? Like, someone tell me. We haven't. So I don't understand why we even left to begin with. Arsene Wenger was acting like he was doing FFP like 5 years before it even came into existence. Trying to be businessman of the year. Why? But at least with Wenger, we was actually winning shit. Do you know what I mean? And that's what, you know, we had the invincible, we was winning stuff. They spoke about going to the Emirates. No one really minded, even though we had to regenerate the whole area. No one really cared because we thought, all right, cool. Once we pay off the stadium, even though the stadium was like 20 odd million a year to repay. So we was never really in trouble with that. It was just an excuse. Do you know what I mean? So I'm tired of this shit PR, this rubbish spin that we get. The Cronkays have been here for a long time. I know they haven't had ownership for a long time, but they've been here for a long time. Excuse me. Long enough to show their actual ambitions. And I just don't see it. They've been here long enough to show us they don't really care about our club. They just want to make money off of us. And that's fair play. They're business people. Are they the right people for our club? I don't think so. Chelsea and Man City are the luckiest clubs in the world to have got the owners that they got. Because those owners came in and actually wanted to see their team do good. Because they realise once you're winning on the pitch, once you've got a winning team, everything else falls into place. Sponsorships, adding to the stadium, all of that other crap. If you're winning on the pitch, who cares? If you've got a good product, people are going to want to pay for it. It's just that simple. Big up Penguin again. The league has been manufactured for over a decade now. You need a giant to be slain by an underdog to get hyped again. Yeah. Example, when Leicester won the league. Yep. Everything went crazy. And what phase were they in? What phase was Ranieri in? Do you know what I'm saying? All of this PR and spin. Now, I've got little reason to think maybe it's not all on Arteta. You know, maybe that's why Edu's left, because they knew about that months in advance. Do you know what I mean? Arteta, he came out saying we're Kevin Hart. What do I mean by that? We're short. He came out and said that publicly, and he doesn't strike me as someone to come out and talk all of the tea. So for him to come out and say that, maybe he has wanted to do certain things. You know, things happen at football clubs. We're now hearing, I was reading on Sky Sports this morning, Ten Hag saying, I didn't even want Xerxes. I didn't even want him. The club got him in. He was a stone overweight. And he actually looks proper shit, didn't he? Tom Huddlestone up front. We never knew that Ten Hag didn't want him, but we only... Do you know what I'm saying? So there's shit that happens in clubs we don't know about. I've been upset with Arteta because I felt like he's been stubborn. I felt like you're like the new Ranieri. Why are you always tinkering with what works? All right, we didn't win the league last year or in 22-23, but we were playing the type of football that we should have carried on with and built upon, not change up everything. So there's certain criticisms I've got that are solely down to Arteta and management and stuff that he can control. Other things, I blame the whole club for. Not being prepared in the summer. You know what I mean? Not why are we not in contention for world-class players? Why? That's the shit I can blame on the club, right? Alright, let me get a couple of these comments. Big up Rosie again, 10 likes. Smash the like and sub. Yeah, big use lot up, man. At least a little like helps with the algorithm. Everyone says that, but it's true. You know what I mean? The last couple of lives I've been coming on haven't really been getting the same type of engagement as my first couple of lives. And I don't know what's going on. Because you need 50 subscribers to go live on YouTube, right? And when I was going live before, that's why you can see all the comments now. When I was going live before, I was going directly through the YouTube app. So I think I've got 200 subs now. And every time I try and go live through the YouTube app, it's telling me I can't go live. I've got to create more shorts. So I tried to go StreamYard. And they said that was just for guests. So I think I've got to pay for StreamYard, which I'm going to do. But once I get my laptop. So then I've had to jump on Streamlabs just to see if that will go live for me. It does. But I don't know if all the notifications go out to people. So I've tried to contact YouTube. But believe it or not, they're very hard to get in contact with. Do you know what I mean? When you've actually got a problem. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So the lives, they've been getting like shit views, not too much engagement. So I don't know if that's because it's going through a different thing, or whether I've got a restriction on my lives, but I don't know why I would, to be honest. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to work it out. Man. Big up Pac-Man. PR team at Arsenal is worse than Trump's political campaigners. Yeah, or maybe even better. They look in the dungeons of Twitter to push their agendas. Yeah, they do. But I feel like maybe someone from the club has actually been watching some content creators, actually been trying to take some notice, because obviously there was rotations, we got fresher legs, we got a little bit more balance in the midfield. He was doing straight swaps like Sterling for Saka, Wanyeri for Odegaard, things I thought would never happen. So I'm like, wow, I don't know. Maybe he had no choice. Maybe someone has been listening to what the fans say. But there's so many fans at our club that I don't really know how else to say it. Like, they must be blue. There has to be something wrong with them. Because how can you honestly look and say, oh yeah, this is the way to go? Do you know what I mean? Like, they literally say, they'll get asked about transfers, for instance, right? And they'll say, oh, I don't really know. I'll let the club decide. I'll let Arteta decide. Like, literally, like, it's the cult of Arteta. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Do you not watch football? Do you not have an idea of what could improve our team, or what positions can improve our team? Do you know what I'm saying? They're just like, oh look, I understand certain things ain't our job to do. Sporting directors, in terms of worrying about the finances, that's not our job. We're the consumers. Yeah, we're fans of the club. You don't support the club, then you've got to support the club in everything they do. No, we don't. We're the consumers. You don't go into Primark and say, how's your financials for the year? Oh, you're building 3 more shops on some other high road, so we got to understand that your prices. We don't care about that. We just care about, is there a good deal to be had? Is the quality still the same? Do you know what I'm saying? We're the consumers here, guys. Big up Pac-Man, subscribe, big yourself up, my bro, each and every time. If we get 500 subs by the end of the week, I'll serve free chips for an hour from my van in Camden. Big yourself up, my bro. I'm not even far from Camden. If you know about Northwest, I'm in Kilburn, bro. I'm not even far from there. They get me? So big up all my Camden crew. Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? It was growing fast and then it started slowing down. So I don't know, man. It's the YouTube, it's the algorithm. Maybe because I'm not jumping on trying to be like Sky Sports. I don't really know. I don't really care. Like, I just jump on to chat to you guys. You get me? If we build up a nice little community, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, big yourself up, man. Thanks for that, bro. Man said this Sunday as well, yeah? So you can get some free chips. I don't think we will though, my bro, but that's a nice gesture, bro. Big yourself up, man. Big up Penguin. Oi, I live miles away from Camden, but free chips. That's what I'm saying, man. But Camden you can get to, innit? Camden's almost kind of like the new Central, innit? A lot of people go to Camden, even over going to Central these days. But big yourself up, man. Very nice gesture. I don't think it will happen, but hey, dreamers can dream, right? Bo Hunt WA, hello, brother. Big yourself up. Hope you're well today. Hello, Bow. Sub and like. Yeah, big up, Pac-Man. Big up, Pac-Man. Sub and like, man. We're trying, man. We're trying. I'm going to get a bit more regular with the lives. I keep saying it, but it will happen. Big up Blacker Music, man. Big yourself up, big man. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well, brother. We're just shooting the shit. Spooky settings. Couple of you guys in here. Did anyone catch the press conference yesterday from Arteta? I don't know who's going to start. I keep saying that. I should have checked before I jumped on, but big up Penguin, never offer free food to a stoner. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Fuck it. I just come down anyway and support the thing, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because I'm literally one bus from Camden, innit? I'm not even far, man. Yeah, so I have to come and support your thing. If you're in Camden, you get me? Go and support the bro. He's doing up free chips. He's doing up chips in Camden. Let me see, where's the message gone again? Yeah? Big up the Pac-Man. If you're in Camden on Sundays, go and support Pac-Man. Do you get me? Even if it ain't free chips, it don't matter. Go and support. Go and show some love. Do you get me? directly from Viewz. Go and show some love. You get me? Like chips, especially in this type of weather now. Yes, sir. Big up Blacker, man, each and every time. Big up Rosie, big up Penguin. Yeah, I'll drop 2 bags on a chip butty. That's what I'm saying, bruv. What are you talking about? In this weather, big up Pac-Man, Arteta's press conference. Less and less informative. Yeah, it's called Uncle B's Burger. Hey, Uncle B's Burger Van. If you're in Camden, go and support the ting, innit? Show some love. Next time I'm in Camden on the Sunday, I'm going to rock up in person, you know, like that. And give you a big salute and buy some of your chips, my bro. 100%. Anyone trying to do their own little thing in this day and age, because it's like we're living in the Hunger Games, you got to show some love, innit? Yeah? Uncle B's chip van in Camden, go and show some love, you get me? And say it's directly from the Viewz community, you get me? Big yourself up, Pac-Man, bro. Big up Penguin again. Chip van's a Brit soul food. Yeah, man. 100%. Pie and mash. Obviously, all of them, I'm not really, I like a pie and mash. I don't like all the jellied eels and all that fish stuff. I've never liked that kind of shit. Cockles, and you know when you see it in the jar and it looks like there's bare eyes, like, Even fish has to be cooked very well for me to eat fish. The only fish that I just eat is obviously like battered cod, innit? Like fish and chips. So it is like soul food. Bit of fish and chips with lemon and onion vinegar, but like just fish, just even salmon, I got to have the skin taken off, and I prefer to cut salmon like thin and fry it, so it's kind of like bacon, because I can't really, fish has got to be cooked real well. The best fish I'd ever have in my life is when I was over in Antigua and Jamaica. Best fish I've ever had in my life. Uncle B, you get me? Big up Uncle B though. Make sure you go and check out his chip van. I don't like anything raw either, so like, you know, like sushi and stuff like that. I can't eat that. Big up Penguin, big up Rosie, 100 views, show some love. Yeah, man. You get me? I see Rosie's doing up cooking as well. I think, what's that? You like your hobby? Or are you kind of trying to do a little bit more of that on your channel? Make sure you go and subscribe to Rosie. She does baking and cooking. Some of it was looking very nice. I'm a very sweet tooth, so I love the desserts. Penguin saying fighting food. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Can't fuck with the chip butty, bro. Can't fuck. Hey, there's a place in London called Nautilus in Fortune Green, and they're famous for having like the best fish and chips around. So that's usually where I go. It's only about 15 minutes from me. Big up Penguin. I love fish. If I wasn't mortally terrified of the ocean, I'd jump in with a fork. See, tuna I actually like, yeah, when it's flaked up. But if you serve me like a tuna steak, it's like, it's way too fishy for me. Like, it's like the last time I tried to eat mackerel, I threw up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I just don't know what it is, like the smell, the texture. But if it's cooked in a nice way, if it's spicy, like monkfish, I can eat that. I'm not gonna say it only has to be Caribbean, because I've had some monkfish from some Indians before, and that was very, very nice because they spice it up as well. I think it might just be down to seasonings and the texture of the fish. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do like tuna flaked. I actually like sardines flaked up as well, anchovies as well. I've had it on pizza. That's elite. That's very salty, but it's kind of elite. I'm like, wow, I was surprised by that. But like, you know, like if people just have like a whole fish, I don't know. It probably depends on how it's cooked, innit? But nah, some fish I like, most fish I don't. Big up Rosie. I'm not a fish person, but a good fish supper is another level. Hey. I'm not even gonna say what come to my mind then, because it shouldn't be fishy anyway. But yeah. I think it's the smell and texture with certain fish. It depends on how it's cooked. Steam fish, fry fish. You know what I mean? If it's got like cooked with chilies, spicy, that's more for me. But anything kind of like raw sushi, like big pieces of fish cooked, I'm just not really a fishy person. But should always be cooked, not raw. Yeah, Rosie, I'm not. Yeah. Your worst nightmare sounds like mine. Oysters, yeah. No way, no way. When I was on a holiday in Mexico, someone said to me, "Oh, try them." They was doing up oysters. We was at one of those places where they kind of cook in front of you. It was like Oriental food, so they were doing rice and like flicking meat into people's mouths, paws. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Yeah, good experience. When we finished, they come out with like some. It was like a fish soup and oysters. And I promise you guys, the oysters just looked like snot, like someone had just blown their nose into a shell. It was so disgusting. Like, no way. No way. Obviously, the partner, she was slurping them down. I'm like, that is absolutely disgusting. Do you know what I mean? I just couldn't even look at them. I had some of the fish soup and I ended up throwing up later on in the night. So, I don't know. Yeah, not for me, guy. It has to be done really well. Really, really well. Big up Pac-Man raw. Lobster dipped in butter is elite, though. Do you know what? I've never had lobster. They were doing lobster in Mexico as well. That was a whole different thing. But when I go there and I start seeing king shrimp and lobster and things like that, I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, they're like insects of the ocean. I don't know what it is. I just... for me, I'm just like, ugh, I don't really like shrimps. Like, I'm quite particular. You got to get all that shit out of them. You know what I mean? If I order a Chinese, like, I don't order the shrimp because most of the time they don't clean them out properly. So I'm just kind of particular. I think it's just like crab as well. Just the way they look like spiders of the ocean. I just don't really... I think that's what puts me off of it. But someone's told me crab is nice. Someone's told me lobster's nice. The big shrimps, but I don't really, do you know what I mean? That's not really my type of thing, to be honest with you. I make a mean homemade fish pie. Big up Penguin. That's what I'm saying. I don't mind fish cakes. I don't know what they're made with. So I think it's just the way it's made. What it's made with, how it's made, how it's cooked. Do you know what I mean? I think if the fish is flaky, I can get on with it a bit better. But yeah. The only thing I really like is king prawns, ocean-wise. Big up Rosie, yeah. So a lot of people do, but I just don't like how they look. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what puts me off. I'd rather take back shots from Diddy than eat oyster. That's what I'm saying. I think I'd go to a Diddy party than eat oysters, bro. Honestly, when they pulled up with the tray, it just looked like someone had blown their nose on the tray, bruv. Just all into shells. It looked absolutely disgusting, bro. Like membrane. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I've never had lobster or crab. Big up Rosie. Pause. 12 likes. Nice one. Yeah, big up everyone for liking, man. Big yourselves up, man. Muy poquito. You get me? Little by little, we'll get there. I got my few regulars that I'm invested in. You know what I mean? So big yourselves up, man. Big yourselves up. We're kind of going off topic, but like I'm saying, if you like food and bakery and all that shit, then yeah, Uncle B's Chip Van, so big up Pac-Man and big up Rosie. She does up baking and cooking and yeah. So check out her channel as well. Hour and 20 minutes, man. What else have we got to talk about? Let's talk a little bit about Man United, just very quickly, because obviously I was on Flying Pig's stream. Big up the Flying Pig legend. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. And he made a good point because a lot of people was in his comments talking about Amarim out. And I'm like, what? Like, people are so reactionary. Do you know what I mean? How can it be Amarim out on his first game? Like, yes, they could have done better. But Ipswich are at home. Ipswich would have seen how bad United have been. Ipswich would have known that United would have had a little bit more bounce with the new manager. You know, Ipswich would have known, right, the cameras are there, we're going to be on telly. So Ipswich played out of their skin, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? They well deserved their draw. It wasn't a good result. But I don't blame Amarim. I think looking at the tactics, looking at, you know, the way everything was set out, I'm now looking at the players. Like, these players are actually dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how long do you want to keep Rashford at your club? I know he scored, but apart from that, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, like, is it Fernandes or Fernandes? I don't know how the Portuguese say it. Like, so I'm looking at the players now because I would have loved Amarim to come to Arsenal. So when I'm looking at that, I think it's pretty obvious to everyone now, because a lot of people are saying Ten Hag, he's so shit, Ten Hag. But look, because Ten Hag weren't playing Ahmad, was he? And then obviously Amarim's come in, Ahmad's playing. All right, it was in a bit of a mad position, but I thought that suited. I thought, you know, I didn't think the three at the back was a bad look for United. Do you know what I mean? So looking at some of the decisions made, and I actually think people, the fans, Man United supporters, can now start pointing the finger at the players. Do you know what I mean? Big up Rosie, Spanish football tonight, Italian football too. That's what I'm saying. Don't you get annoyed that we could probably watch all of that football, but we can't watch any of the Premier League? Do you know what I mean? Like, I hate that about England. I really do, man. But obviously English teams are playing tonight. Arsenal are playing Sporting. At Sporting, it's going to be spooky settings, guys. I don't see us winning that game, I'm going to be honest with you. For me, I'm just trying to work out who we're going to play. So once I come off this live, I'm going to have to try and check out the press conference. Even though, bro, do any of you like actually understand what Arteta's trying to say half the time? I'm not even trying to be funny. Do you understand what he's trying to say half the time? Because a lot of the time when he speaks, I'm kind of left more confused. So I don't know if watching the press conference is actually going to do anything for me. I'm just trying to find out team selection. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to tinker? I personally believe tinker, because we need to save our squad for the cups in the league. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League unless our fortunes turn, unless we get a very favourable draw. But I think we've got that in the Carabao, and that's the first opportunity to win something. Ipswich done my cousin for 900. Oh, what was the bet, Rosie? That they'd win or that they'd lose? 900 though, that's not good. Big up Godfrey. Amarim out already is crazy. It's going to take time for the players to adapt to the formation, but the players are not good enough. Yeah, there's a lot to be done at United. Absolutely. And their fans came out flawless. Saeed, their fans come out and said as well that that's the first time they've actually been disappointed as well, because they're expecting a bit more from their players. The new manager bounce, the new formation, the new tactics. Danny Murphy said on Match of the Day too that in a few months he doesn't see them playing free at the back, and I kind of agree with him, to be honest with you. But as it stands at the moment, I didn't look at that game yesterday and think, sorry, not yesterday, on Sunday, and think, you know, it's the tactics or it's Amarim. I was looking at the players. I'm like, you're not good enough. So yeah, totally agree, Godfrey. Big yourself up, my bro. Arteta's comments on Ethan had me confused. What did he say? I think I missed that. Obviously, he's come out before and said how good this guy is, blah, 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 and then don't play him. So, but yeah, bring me in, my bro. I didn't catch those comments. Big up Rosie. Inter Milan versus Leipzig. That should be a half-decent game. Bayern versus PSG. Leverkusen, Salzburg. Barcelona, Brest. You got to love a bit of Brest. And AC Milan against Bratislava. So yeah, not too bad, man. There's football galore on tonight. Rosie, I know you're Scottish. Who do you support in Scotland? Is it Rangers or is it Celtic? I love the Scottish accent as well. It's 100% comedy, man. But yeah, some good football today, man. Inter Milan, Leipzig, that should be a good game. Bayern Munich, PSG, but PSG are not the same as what they were. Penguin, right, I gotta go join, and the school, right, yeah, fucking hell, look, 20-3, big yourself up, Penguin. Thank you each and every time for coming through, my bro. Big up Jace, just come in here. Rosie saying, take care, Penguin. Yeah, big yourself up, Penguin, man, each and every time. Big up Jace, hi, Geezer. Say hi to Pat Heath. Big up Pat Heath. Say hi to Evan Woodcock. Or is that you just trying to get me to say something mad? But big yourself up, man. Thank you for coming through. Please like the video. Would mean a lot. Big up Rosie. Rangers. Done some Rangers videos at the start of my channel. Rangers. Big yourself up, man. See, my dad, God rest his soul, died last year. He was a big Celtic fan. So, but he had a lot of good friends and family up in Scotland, man. I've never actually been to Scotland, but I love the accent. I'd love to come up there. Do you know what I mean? I'd definitely love to go to a Celtic Rangers derby, definitely. But my dad was a big Celtic fan, man. So, yeah, no worries, Rosie, man. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard because, like, Christmas time was the time we saw him most. Come and see the kids and spend time with the family and stuff. And he had some bad health problems before he actually died. Meant to come on holiday, and I actually wanted to spread his ashes at the Emirates, but Arsenal told me no. Imagine that. And then the other club that's in my family is QPR, season ticket holders, and they told me I could. My dad didn't even support QPR. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't do it, but I just wanted to find out if they would. Now that for me is a proper club, innit? Do you know what I mean? Arsenal, that I've supported since I was born into this world, told me no. So that's crazy. That's crazy for me, man. But big yourself up, Rosie, man. Big up Rangers. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know what the Scottish League's saying these days, man. I don't really watch it, but yeah. Big up Godfrey. Just some BS. Arteta was saying he is the right person to build Ethan's career, and it's going to take time, one brick at a time. Like what? So I don't know what to make of that, innit? I don't know what to make of that. Odegaard was out for how long? And what start did Ethan Nwaneri get? So it doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence, innit? I don't know if Arteta is the guy to build Nwaneri's career. I don't know if he is. We're just going to have to wait and see. Brick by brick. I don't think we need to do all of that with Nwaneri. He doesn't look uncomfortable. He's scoring goals. He don't lack confidence. Like, flipping hell, man. And what is Arteta's problem? If you've got it out, so there were certain content creators that was on the Arsenal tour in America, and they were getting told, "Oh, we got Ethan." That's why we got rid of half these players, because we got Ethan. And then you're like wrapping him up in cotton wool, like if he steps onto the pitch, he's gonna break a leg. I don't understand. He looks mad comfortable in every game. Yeah, it's just some BS, man. That's what I'm trying to say, Godfrey. In terms of being happy with Arteta, man. Like, you're not doing what everyone can see. I'm not saying that Ethan would be great on the left, but from Trossard and Martinelli can't hold down the position, try him. Try playing one CDM and playing a double 8. Why not? Try some shit. Do you know what I mean? Like do something. That's what I was saying over the international break. Do something. Do you know what I'm saying? Do something. Do some training. Work on some new shit. Because at the moment, we look devoid of everything. Ideas, energy. We came back after the international break and we actually looked half decent. So fingers crossed we can keep it going, man. But if you want to tinker again, then this is the chance to do it. This is the time to do it. Are any of you guys confident that we're going to beat Sporting tonight? Away from home? I mean, we could, but I don't think we will. And I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. So my 2 pence, tinker, bro. Play Nwaneri. Like, whatever ideas you've got, roll them out. Big up, Rosie. I think I read that one. Yeah, big yourself up. He'll be looking over you, mate. Proud of the... Thank you. Do you know, recently I've been having dreams about him as well. So it's a bit funny, like, kind of around this time, it was kind of his time. And because I smoke, I don't really have dreams, but I've been having dreams about my dad. So that's the missus just coming in now. Big up Godfrey, sorry for your loss. Yeah, big yourself up, my bro. Big up Soul Main, is that how I say your name? I don't even know how to say it. Big up Godfrey again. Our record against Portuguese teams is horrendous. Our record in Europe ain't really great, is it? So let's just hope and see. Let's hope and pray. And let's see what he does let's see what he does tonight. I don't expect us to win, like I keep saying, but we could. I'll be surprised if we did. Can you hear that? That's my dog actually sneezing. It's called a reverse sneeze. It sounds like a pig. Big up Luca Talks Ball. Hope you're well, my bro. Big up Rosie again. I have dreams about my grand too. Mad. Yeah. Recently I've been having dreams about my dad. I don't know why. But yeah, I think he'd be rolling in the grave seeing some of the stuff that's happening at Arsenal, man. But yeah, predictions for tonight. I'm gonna say a draw, only because I actually think Sporting's gonna win, but I can't ever predict Arsenal to lose. Big up Luke. I'm alright, my bro. Hope you're well. Sad to hear that you're not doing Arsenal streams no more. Maybe you change your mind down the line. Hopefully you can. But I've been on for an hour and a half now, so I'm going to come off. But yeah, before I go, predictions. Arsenal Sporting. Like I said, I don't know the lineups, guys. I'm eager to see Gyökeres. I reckon Gyökeres will bang against us tonight. I'm going 1-1. Luca says 1-1 again. Make sure you're subscribing to Luca Talks Ball. And Rosie, another one of my mods, lovely lady, big up Rosie. She's saying 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying 1-1. I'm going to be honest. But we could win. We could win 2-1. Obviously, with how we played in our last game, gives me a little bit of confidence. But until I see us putting together results, I can't be that confident. Godfrey saying 2-1 Arsenal. Big yourself up. Not a bad prediction. Rosie saying all 3-1. Could be. I reckon Gyökeres bags against us. But hopefully we play relatively well, so we can maybe look at us and say, I wouldn't mind playing for them at some point. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. But yeah, man, big up everyone for passing through again. Like and subscribe. Like on the way in or the way out. Big up all the regulars. And we'll be back again soon, people. Big yourselves up.